Day 12 of training camp practice, and we had joint practices with the New England Patriots. We headed up to their area to hold these practices. And man, from what I hear, it was straight up domination. Eagles bodied these boys. Offense, defense, didn't matter. And man, and I know the Patriots may not be a very good team in 2024, but it's a very positive sign that they dominated a team that they should. Kind of opposite to what they did in the opener against the same squad. But let's get into the specifics. What's up, it's your boy Cintron, come back at you with another analysis video, and to kid you not, that's my real name. Eagles 2024 training camp practice notes, day 12. Birds defense dominates Patriots. Offense, they did a pretty good job as well. So the Eagles held their first joint practice of 2024, the only one that we have on the road against the New England Patriots. So let's get to the people who weren't participating in practice. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, shoulder, is his 4th day. Grant Calcaterra, shoulder, it's his 2nd day. Albert O, it's his 2nd day. Caden Stearns, a new guy, 1st day, but he's gonna be dealing with that until probably like next week. And Orrin Mertz hasn't been there since the start of training camp. All right, limited. So we have back a rookie who we've been sorely missing, Cooper DeJean, and his hamstring. He's been limited, so he's not joining team 707s or anything like that, group activities. But he said that he most likely will be able to play in the Vikings game. That'll be next week. So we'll see how that goes, but he's missed a total of 12 practices, and that has to have hurt his ability to contribute immediately in the first or second quarter. So we'll see how he comes along, but the best he can do is take mental reps. All right, Paris Campbell missed another practice. I think this is his 3rd or 4th. I want to say 4th with that groin injury. So, but he was limited, so he's starting to hopefully come back. But will he make the squad? Brandon Smith with concussion, only up and up. It's been a while. It's been like, I think, a week and a half now. And Mekhi Garner with the hamstring, also limited. But he's been on the limited squad for a little bit, so he's trying to make his way back. All right. The Eagles defense dominated the Patriots offense, and it was sack party all day. So there was one stretch in which the Eagles had 5 consecutive sacks in a row on 5 different plays. So Moro Jomo, Bryce Huff, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, and then Dean again. So ridiculous. So Dean has been, notorious for getting home with the sacks, but he's been kind of lacking in the pass coverage department. But one thing that boy is good at, blitzing. So he'll be a role player. It'll be interesting to see, but he's getting back there and affecting the quarterback. Nolan Smith, he beat the left tackle, so good to see him do that against another squad, but I don't know if he was on the 2nd team or not. I imagine he was. Bryce Huff, so he's not just, ass as some people thought. He's just going up against Lane Johnson, which is going to be hard to beat him. And Moro Jomo, the rookie, not rookie, sorry, the 2nd-year player continues to flash. So he's going to be, I think, a big contributor, definitely more than his 68 snaps last year played on defense this year. So, yeah, the Patriots supporter said that, there had been some sacks given up, but nothing to this degree. So just crazy that also these guys getting in on sacks. Josh Sweat, an interesting one. We'll detail that later. Jalen Carter just was a monster, just destroying these guys. He's carried over the anger to this whole session. Jordan Davis getting in there, he's his athleticism. Brandon Graham, the vet. Zach Bond blitzing and getting one, and then Ben Van Sumeren getting one as well. So, I mean, yeah, I agree. It would be easier to name a linebacker or lineman who didn't get a sack. That would be Marlon Tuipulotu. Trying to think, but, PJ Mustipher, Booker. Those are guys who didn't get one. But, I mean, boys, it's wild out. So, I mean, that goes to show you that, the offensive line of the Patriots, they need help. Last year they were playing 2 rookies at the guard spots, and we, kind of got to them and were able to take advantage of that and apply pressure. But should tell you that the potential of this Eagles D-line / linebacking crew, it's not chopped liver, like we might think it is. So I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest, but it's going to be, we could be a very good defense this year. Definitely, certainly better than last year. And I think our floor should be, the teens, in the middle of the pack, I should say, 15 or 17. Yeah, 16th in the league. All right, Jalen Carter had a series in which he dominated one of the Pats' rare good offensive linemen, Michael Onwenu. On the first play, Carter blew by him on a run, then a tackle into the ground, but he hit the back pretty hard. On the second play, he dusted Onwenu and got immediate pressure, but the ball came out, so he got saved by his quarterback there. On the third play, he dusted Onwenu again and got a TFL deep in the backfield on a run play. And then later in the series, he was so focused on Carter that he didn't even see Josh Sweat looping inside. So on the DT D end edge rusher stunt, just beautiful work, man. Because teams are gonna get like that. They're gonna get so hyper focused on one player. Whether it be Huff coming from the outside or Jalen Carter coming from the inside, and they're gonna have to face one-on-ones with some of our guys, or face a looping guy who has them out leveraged, and they might pay the price. Because we got blitzers good at the linebacker level. Like all four of our top guys can blitz. And then, the edge rushers and the D tackles. Jordan Davis flashed last year early in the season as well. So we'll see how that plays out. So then play number 5, play later, when the fall started, when he had Jalen Carter opposite of him. So overly concerned and getting them boys twitchy. So he eventually settled in and performed better, but Carter showed he's got superpowers out there, man. So the biggest play of the day came from Jeremiah Trotter, who jumped the route over the middle, plucked the ball out of the air, and had an open field ahead of him. So, he's not going to probably run it in for the score unless he gets, some assistance, in guiding him home. But, he's a pretty good damn coverage linebacker. Probably competing for, the best amongst our guys, because he knows how to drop to the spot. And he might not be Edwards, but he did a pretty good job in college, being able to do that. And, he showed his ability already. And I like the guy, man. He's better than advertised, and I think he belongs in the NFL. Only thing you question is his athleticism. Other than that, he has great instincts. So Darius Slay had a couple pass breakups. He seems to be competing hard today, so he's getting after it. And, it's good to see another guy in another jersey to go up against. Keely Ringo had a down tick of a day, getting called on should have been a pass interference on him. They might have thrown offensive pass interference on the rookie Javon Baker. He's a speedy guy, so Keely just misplayed it. And then here, weird play where looked like an off-target throw, but he misjudged the ball in the air, and then Jalen Reagor got hit for a long completion. And he ain't the best receiver, so Keely kind of showing his cards here that we might have overhyped him a tad bit, and he's squarely behind Isaiah Rodgers, which we'll get to later, as far as the number of days that he's been in the running, as far as running with the ones first. All right, Jalen Hurts continues to be spotless, although he did have a throw that was in danger. We'll get to that later, but 12 days, a dozen without an interception, so keeps the record going. And see, this is the other thing, we were saying, they aren't getting picks off Jalen. He's taking care of the football, but we had several today on Patriots quarterbacks. But anyways, the best route of the day, the best throw of the day, was him to Saquon Barkley on a wheel route. He dropped right in over his shoulder in the breadbasket, and he caught it over Matthew Judon. He's a pass rusher. He doesn't really belong in coverage, but nice pass and a nice catch. And Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown were open all day, hitting A.J. on the slant. He had a lot of catches. Just beautiful work, man. He had easily double-digit catches, which is crazy. They know it's going to him, but they can't stop him. So that means Christian Gonzalez, despite his improvements, wasn't stopping, our guys out there. I heard a nice stop at the 707, but other than that, nah. So Mekhi Becton again running up the stars, and it's looking like he's in the running for the job as of the moment. Tyler Stevens running with the twos, and he had a really bad rep. He had a lot of quick pressure to a guy beneath his talent level, and then he had a nice double block where he comboed up, went to the second level and got the linebacker. So, but the bad play looked worse than the good play was good. So then Isaiah Rodgers got blown up on a special teams play where our former guy who got cut and then signed by the New England Patriots last year, Christian Ellis, lit him up. on the return. He fumbled too, so that can't feel good. Then the next play, Ken Gainwell was like, "I'm gonna get my revenge," and charging to the first guy he saw. The Patriots didn't like it. That the guys were at each other's throats, but no fighting took place because before practice, Gerard Mayo, the new head coach of the New England Patriots, warned the guys. He said, "Hey, if I see any of you guys starting trouble, you will, your snaps will be in trouble in the preseason. So, look to get paid off." And then in practice with a fan saying, "Nick Sirianni, hey, Bill Belichick coming for your job next year." Damn, son. All right, let's get into a little bit more details from the practice, and then we'll get up out of here. All right, so the closest that Hurts came to throwing a pick was to a pass intended for Dallas Goedert, thrown in traffic. But other than that, he's been taking care of the football. And hey, man, Patriots DBs couldn't touch him. They have, like I said, a talented corner in Christian Gonzalez, last year's first-round pick, second-year guy who only played 4 games and he went out for the rest of the year with a torn labrum, I believe. And then Kyle Duggar, the excellent safety, but couldn't touch him today. So he hit Devonta Smith for a touchdown with Kyle Duggar trailing. And we talked about the wheel route that over the shoulder of Saquon took advantage. So balls didn't touch the ground. Jalen Hurts was efficient, and he was checking the ball down. So this is the difference between last year and this year, because he has a competent offense, intricate in design, and helping him out with the quickness, help him out, him able to be accurate because he has options, actual viable threats, that mesh, that collab with other routes. Yeah, it's so much easier for him to just play pitch and catch out there, just be a point guard and distribute. He doesn't have to hold on to the ball, waiting for these long developing routes to get open, and they're scheming the receivers open. So what a difference a year makes. And, it truly shows that the design, and I believe it was Nick Sirianni fueled, was off last year. All right, we'll talk about Cooper DeJean being back. Yeah, so Isaiah Rodgers took the snaps across from Darius Slay in 11-11, 8 days in a row, and 9 total for Rodgers. So looks like he has a handle on the job. And Quinyon Mitchell took the first team nickel reps. So I like him out there, man. He's quick, fast, and he's competitive. All right, so they mixed it up for the first time really this summer. Devin White and Zach Bond weren't the starters. It was N'Kobe and then White and then Ben Van Zoomer and Brandon Smith got some first team reps. So a lot of different combinations. And Dean was balling out. He had a sack as a blitzer. I think 2 sacks in 1 series. And then good tackle on special teams. Jeremiah Trotter was paired with Bond on the second team. He picked off a Jacoby Brissett pass, so we found out who it was. And then Bond blitzed Drake May, got a sack, and Ben Van Sumeren got his hands on a Bailey zap pass and then deflected it, but nobody was there to catch it. Now here's where we get to this in a short, but wide receiver 3, our guy who was not in the lead, but getting some good snaps in, for a rookie and trying to find his place. But Johnny Wilson struggled, got knocked off his routes. His size got used against him. And, Pats have, very physical corners coming from that defense. Bill Belichick led up until last year. So, tough, physical, heady guys out there. So, they give him free access. And, he doesn't have the job on lock. We'll see how it goes. But we may need some assistance by way of the trade market. All right, QB2, nothing really was going. He had some nice throws, but, nothing really doing. Then tight end 3 battle. CJ Ojama got the second team tight end snaps, but EJ Jenkins got open for a Pickett touchdown. So it was a nice throw by Pickett. And then Jordan Davis got dapped up for breaking up, exploding to the backfield and getting Jacoby Brissett out of the pocket. And then, yeah, the core just looked good, man. So the Patriots beat writer said, I lost count on the amount of sacks generated by the Eagles. Rough practice for the Patriots O-line. It just is what it is, man. They couldn't stop AJ, as I said. And let's see. Kobe Dean broke a pass for Austin Hooper. Then James Bradbury breaking up some passes. So he's not just out there for show at safety. He's actually using his intelligence from his career as a corner, and it's parlaying. He's parlaying it into some kind of instinctual play at safety. Reed Blankenship had some nice plays. Gave up a DPI later, but is what it is. John Ross got a deep pass from Pickett. So first time he's been used really as a vertical threat, or really showed himself off, but had a bad drop later. So didn't know that Big Dom and Lane Johnson are popular with Patriots fans. Got a lot of signatures out there, and some pizza reviews. I love pizza. I'm not a deep dish. I'm the thin crust / regular type of guy. But Jack Driscoll didn't know he is a New England native, so he has this jersey framed in a shop up there. Anyways, what I'll walk through next, and then the Friday for me, Thursday for you, preseason game at 8 o'clock for me, 7 p.m. for you. So we'll see that later. But anyways, we're gonna get up out of here. But yeah, you're not even watching though, but it's all good because I love making these videos and I love talking about the stinking freaking Philadelphia Eagles. So we'll chunk the deuces officially, but as always, it's fly Eagles fly, and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron, Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.